हेलो गाइस, वेलकम बैक टू माई चैनल। सो अभी मैं जा रही हूँ अपनी फ्रेंड से मिलने। वो मेनली है मोल्दोवा की, बट वो रहती यहाँ पर ओडेसा में है। इवन कि वो यूट्यूबर भी है यहीं पर, इवन इंडिया में भी आ चुकी है। तो मैं आपको मिलवाती हूँ और वो अपने आपको खुद इंट्रोड्यूस करेगी। अभी मैं जा रही हूँ सिटी गार्डन, तो वो मेरा वहीं पे वेट कर रही है। चलिए मिलते हैं उससे। फिर मैं उसको इंडियन रेस्टोरेंट ले जाने वाली हूँ, उसको मसाला चाय ट्राई कराने वाली हूँ। कुछ अगर स्नैक्स होगा या फिर जो भी उसका खाने का मन करेगा उस वे में हम खाएंगे। तो देखते रहिए वीडियो लास्ट तक और उसका रिएक्शन देखने के लिए भी वेट कीजिए एंड कीप वॉचिंग टिल द एंड। फ्रेंड है मुझे मिल चुकी है। मैं सिटी गार्डन में, और आप देख ही सकते हैं यहाँ पे फॉल का सीज़न है, तो सब पत्ते वगैरह गिर रहे हैं और जो सारे प्लांट्स वगैरह है उन सब का भी कलर चेंज हो गया है। तो ये बस छोटा सा अपडेट था वेदर के बारे में। और वहाँ पे मेरी फ्रेंड हैव माय फ्रेंड विद मी, शी विल इंट्रोड्यूस हरसेल्फ।
Hey guys, my name is Elena. I'm an expat living and working in Ukraine. I met Aditi for YouTube because she has a channel and we thought, why don't we do a collab? So I'm really excited to be here, guys.
Why did you decide to come to Ukraine, like to Odessa basically? You are from somewhere else?
So I came from Moldova, which is the country neighboring on Ukraine. I didn't travel too far. No major cultural shock for me. But before this, I was doing my master's studies in the US.
Okay.
So when I came back to the region, I was thinking about, what would be a good country with IT jobs, because this is the career that I wanted for myself. And Ukraine is a very big country with a lot of good IT companies. And obviously choosing between Moldova, Ukraine and Belarus, all in Eastern Europe, I chose Ukraine and I did not regret it. Odessa is very close to my hometown, so that's also an important moment because as we get a little bit older, family is really important to me. And if I go by train from Odessa to my hometown, Chisinau in Moldova, it's only 3 hours and a half by train, which is super close, and that was really important for me, so I can go back and visit my family regularly, obviously before coronavirus.
So you have been to India as well. So I want to know your experience, how it was when you were in India. So you share some of it, like
It was super difficult because India was my second biggest international experience. Before this, I went to the US for the summer through a work and travel program. I don't know if that is popular in India.
Yeah, it is.
You go from the university. I went after the first year, went to the US. It was like super interesting. But India is still a very different culture from Moldova and from the US. So I went straight after the university, and it was a major cultural shock for me. I remember I also came in the worst time that I could come. It was in the middle of the summer. It was so hot outside. I've never experienced such weather. So I remember I came off the flight, and there was a guy who was sitting next to me in the plane, and he's like, we are arriving really early in the morning. Is somebody picking you up? And I'm like, no, I'll just go there by myself. And he's like, you cannot do it here. Like, you have to be safe. I have a driver here. Let me drive you to your destination. So I come off the plane, and there's this like heat wave that hits me. It was so hot, and it was like 4 in the morning. And all the smells, I was arriving in Delhi, all the smells were so intense. I came to my hostel where I was supposed to live, and there were so many people there. Again, as a person who used to live at her parents' home, I was used to all of that sort of comfort. And when I came there, and it was a dorm, and all those girls are sleeping early morning, and I'm like, oh my God, where did I arrive? The cultural shock lasted for 3 months. It was like a long one. And all this time I was thinking, hey, maybe this is not the right country, maybe I should go back. But my parents always told me I should not go to India. And because they told me that, I'm like, I'm going to demonstrate to you that I want to stay in India. So I think that kind of argument with my parents kept me from returning. But after 3 months, I got more and more Indian friends. And I think this is the key to integrate
down.
into the culture, right? So when I started hanging out more with Indians, kind of they introduced me to the culture, to the food, to the way things are,
Yeah.
and I felt myself there at home. Overall, it was an amazing experience, but the first 2-3 months were hell for me.
Now, as we are going to to eat our Indian food, so like when you were in India, so what was your best dish you liked, and what are you supposed to like? What are you wishing to have like there right now?
First of all, I have to tell you that I'm a non-vegetarian. I eat meat,
Yeah.
and I know that for a lot of Indians, it's it sometimes can be a problem. Back home 10 years ago almost, it was not so common to see vegetarians. So when I came to India and I went to my job, it was a vegetarian office, and I could not understand for the first couple of days why are we only having vegetables until somebody told me like it's a vegetarian office, and I brought with myself something with meat.
Okay.
So I was eating it in the canteen, and then somebody came to me and he's like, Anana, you cannot do it here. It's a vegetarian office. So I was eating my meat sandwiches outside of the office. But in terms of food, I really think I like everything.
But what was the best?
I don't know. So many choices. Let me think. So I do like the paneer in mint sauce.
Paneer in mint sauce.
Yeah.
Okay, so palak paneer.
Yeah. I
Okay.
do like palak paneer. I do like brain curry.
Brain curry.
Yeah, curry with brains. This is really
That's non-veg.
yeah. That's non-veg.
Okay, so I don't know about that.
I really like raita.
Oh, raita.
Yeah, because it's so refreshing. A lot of vegetables, so that's also a favorite of mine. But honestly, I like almost all of the food. It took me some time to get used to the spiciness, because in Eastern Europe you don't eat spicy food. But yeah, once I got used to that, I think it was again much easier. I like everything. I think Indian cuisine is super delicious.
Yeah, and what about the sweet dish?
I really like rasgulla.
Rasgulla,
Yeah, that's probably my favorite dessert. Oh, and I also like the ice cream with pistachio. What's the name? You know the ice cream, the traditional one?
I really don't know.
Kulfi.
Okay, kulfi.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I like kulfi. This is so delicious. So those would be my two favorites.
Two favorites.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you wish to eat those here? You will not get kulfi, but you can get palak paneer. You can get Indian chai.
Oh yeah, that's so good.
Yeah. So let's have first chai.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's
Perfect.
go there and check it out.
Yeah.
आ गए हैं इंडियन रेस्टोरेंट. ये यहाँ का इंडियन रेस्टोरेंट है. इसका नाम इंडियन तंदूरी है. ये नाम है रेस्टोरेंट का.
Have to love the menu.
You have been to all these places,
I've
right?
been to Taj Mahal, I've been to Red Fort, and I've been at the Golden Temple in Amritsar,
Yeah.
close to my heart. So what would I normally eat? As a non-vegetarian, obviously I eat a lot of non-veg snacks. So let me see. I like paneer tikka.
Yeah,
It's really good.
yeah, that's paneer tikka.
Yeah. What else? I think as a snack I could get a samosa.
Yeah.
My favorite samosas are with potatoes, and I also like pakoras. I feel
Yeah.
like pakora is a very good thing to eat as a foreigner. It's not very spicy. It has vegetables.
And it's made out of chickpea flour.
yeah, it's really easy to eat. So if you are a foreigner,
Yeah.
I definitely recommend some pakoras. Rice in India is always good choice.
Yeah.
I've never had rice in India that was bad. Super good. Oh, and obviously my favorite parathas, aloo paratha.
Aloo parathas.
Once I tasted aloo paratha for the first time, it became my favorite breakfast. I think if I would have to make a top of my most favorite breakfast from all around the world, then Aloo paratha will be
Aloo paratha.
aloo paratha with curd, with
Yeah.
some chai in the morning. That's like the best.
Yeah.
What else do they have here? Obviously curries. I think it's hard to find a curry not to like veg or non-veg.
Yeah, it's
The base is so good.
Yeah,
What I would get here, I really like mutton.
mutton.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so maybe like mutton curry for me. Oh, and butter chicken, such a classic.
butter chicken is, I think, one of the most favorite
Yes.
for all the Indians as well. I think
That's really good. Yeah, that would be like if you don't know what to
Eat,
have,
so you can have butter chicken.
is good. Because I've been living in Delhi for my work when I
Yeah.
was back in India, I obviously didn't get to taste too much of South Indian cuisine. And to be honest, I like North Indian better. No offense to anybody from South India, but I like North
Yeah.
Indian curries are just like they warm up my heart. South Indian is also good, but not as good.
it depends on person to person what they like.
Yes. I am a North Indian girl. Oh, and
From the drinks, have you tried lassi?
yes, I think that's again one of my favorite drinks.
It's like yogurt. Yeah,
Yes, it's like yogurt, but it has
Sweet.
so much more flavor.
yeah.
I
It's
like
made out of
this-
curd.
Yeah, I like the sweet lassis. I think I could get like the
Punjabi sweet
Punjabi
lassi.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then
and obviously masala tea.
masala tea is the best. Any Indian, like whenever you'll ask them about masala tea, they'll be like, yeah, why not? Let's try. Yeah.
I actually have a very funny story with masala tea. I was working in India and we had to visit different schools. Every
Yeah.
time when we went to the school, they would welcome us with masala tea. And because we were, going to 4 or 5 schools per day, we would be drinking, I think, 20, sometimes 30 cup of masala, of chai. And at some point, I already felt sick in my stomach from the tea and from the sweet, and I could not say no because this is like not very polite to
Yeah.
say no. So I was like, I already had that. Like, no, you drink, you're so skinny. It was really difficult. But yeah, if you have just a couple of them, it's
And
really
what about
delicious.
the Swedish? You have Swedishes here?
Yeah, here I would. Let's see if I can. Well, gulab jamun. I think Indian sweets are super sweet.
Yeah, very sweet.
You can have like half of gulab jamun, and my dose of sugar for the day is filled up. It's so sweet.
Yeah.
Halwa is nice, but like my portion size is very very small because I like it's just too sweet for me.
So yeah. Alina, what would you like to tell people who are coming from different places when they are coming back to Odessa or Ukraine, somewhere in Ukraine?
First advice would be definitely to research a little bit upfront about the country and the culture. I think Ukraine overall is not too shocking. There are countries that are more difficult to adapt to, but you don't want to be coming here and know nothing about the country and the culture. So just do some, reading beforehand, maybe watch some movies to kind of understand, what's happening here. The other thing, if you can find somebody here who has already adapted to the culture, it would be really good to make friends with those people so they can explain more closely how everything works. Again, I don't think Ukraine is too challenging, but it could save you some embarrassing situations, and they can help you, learn the language a little bit more. Just the basic things like hello, thank you, to show that you're doing an effort and you're being polite to the people here. And finally, if you're coming from a warm country, don't forget that we have very cold winters here. You have to prepare for that. I understand that for some people it's shocking to see snow for the first time. They've never seen snow in their home country, so yeah, it's something that happens here. Just be prepared for that. Some warm clothes. You'll be fine.
What do you think, like any Indian student or any person who is coming from other country, can they work here or not?
It's a bit of a difficult question because you can only work in Ukraine or any other country if you have a work visa. But I understand if you come as a student, sometimes you might need some pocket money depending on your financial situation. Maybe, some students are even helping out, parents who live abroad. So in this case, if you still have time after studies, you can do some works. Officially, is it legal? Probably not. But if it's like some, pocket money, some odd jobs that you're picking, maybe some delivery, I don't think anybody would deport you. Like, Ukraine is not very strict in terms of enforcing these laws. But, if you're spending money coming here to study, I would definitely advise you to focus on your studies first. And then, if you have some free time, definitely there are some jobs that you can pick up here.
Alina, what do you do for like your whole day? What's your routine? Like on weekends and on the weekdays, what do you do?
So you would be surprised, but my routine is very similar, I think, to people from other countries. From Monday to Friday, I work. I have a work here in the company. Because it's an IT company, I think they really adapted well for the quarantine period. So I can work from home, I can work from office. My schedule is pretty relaxed, as in I can come to work what time I think is best. There's no hard hour that I have to be at the office. I usually come at 10 and I leave after 7, so that first kind of period of time is at work. When I come home, I usually try to go to sport. I'm a little bit lazy, but I really try, because I think as you age, sport is becoming increasingly important, so I do that 2 or 3 times per week. I'm living in Arcadia, which is like a newer neighborhood, and there are so many places where you can hang out in Arcadia. So I would say like maybe once or twice per week, me and my husband, I'm married by the way, yes, we can go and eat some food outside. There are so many options, so many different cuisines. Although I think Ukraine does not have really good Asian cuisines, like it's mostly European barbecue, American. And then on the weekend we try to spend some time walking in the city. I feel like Ukrainians like walking a lot. It's in the culture, like we can go for hours, strolling and exploring things, and we walk pretty fast, which I think like it's a bit challenging for people from other countries, like we're like running on the streets. That's something we really like a lot. And we like drinking tea.
Yeah, I have also tried Ukrainian tea.
It's very nice. Of tea. The Ukrainian style of tea is just black tea with like hot water, usually no sugar. And some lemon. Squeezed.
And even you have fruit, like you have sea buckthorn tea.
Yeah,
that is very
Melissa,
nice.
Mint is very popular.
Yeah, I see. I have tried all of this, so it's very yummy.
Yeah, we drink tea and we walk a lot.
Yeah, that's why you're so fit.
Thank you, Aditi.
Yeah.
Okay, the tea is here, and we have some samosas. They're filled with potatoes, right? So
And
let's
you have
dig in.
This is the red one, and this is green chutney
This is
with mint.
with mint, and the red
And
one?
this one is, I think, chili.
Okay, maybe careful on the
Yeah,
chili.
be careful with this. But both of them will be spicy, I think.
Let's dig in. So the chai has sugar, or do you have to add it?
There is no sugar, I think.
Yeah, you're right. How many spoons do you usually?
I usually put 2. And you?
Yeah, 2
One?
for me too. Yeah, I will try it the Aditi way.
We have snacks with us now. These are the samosas, and this is chutney, and this is chai. Indians people know, and this for her Ukrainian part. So yeah.
Oh, so good. I actually don't like tea with sugar that much, but I feel like the Indian chai is really good with some sugar. So Aditi, what is actually in the chai? Like what sort of spices?
It's tea leaves, like Indian tea leaves. It's mainly from Darjeeling, Assam, all this side of the India. So it's dried, and then you add bit of masala like cinnamon and cloves and ginger. You add all of that, and that's the masala chai.
It tastes amazing.
Yeah, it is amazing.
looks so delicious.
Nice.
I feel the cumin.
Yeah.
It's really good.
That's not cumin. It's ajwain. That's another spice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But
I don't know what
similar.
Yeah, type of.
It's really good.
It's very good.
And I like that it has this like green peas. Also very refreshing.
Yeah, these are the two chutneys.
Really good. I can feel the spices started to kick in. I put some chili sauce, but so far is manageable. Indian cuisine can be very spicy and can be also
Yeah.
non-spicy.
It's up to you how you want to make it.
Okay, we have other dishes, other delicious dishes on the table. This is aloo paratha. This is bread stuffed with potatoes that I was telling you about. And what is this?
And this is the chili paneer. That's
Ooh.
type of Indian plus Chinese mix. So Alina, how was your experience with samosas?
I really like them. I don't
You liked
always
it?
like samosas. Depending on how somebody does them, they can be super delicious or just
Normal.
normal. But this one was really good. The dough was good. The filling was good. It was not too potato-y. If you know what I
Yeah.
mean. Sometimes there's just too much potato, but this one was really
So
good.
now you should try your aloo paratha.
I love it. I think you can't be disappointed by aloo paratha ever in your life.
And you have chili paneer.
Yeah.
That's something new for you?
Yeah, I actually I don't think I tasted chili paneer before.
Yeah? So that's new for you.
Yeah.
Let's try it out.
To all of this, let me turn the camera on the food so you actually see what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Like
you
this.
actually have to eat it
Okay,
with your
yeah.
hands.
So aloo paratha. Wash my hands before, guys, so you don't think.
You can take
Oh
this.
yes, perfect, perfect. This is my first time trying chili paneer.
Chili paneer.
I don't think I had it before, or maybe I had it but I forgot.
It's nice.
It's not too spicy, but I'm a bigger fan of the paratha because it has potatoes. It's, in my opinion, one of the best breakfasts around the world. Aloo paratha with curd.
So we finished our food now, and I'll ask Alina, how was it?
It was really good. It was a little bit spicy, but you can always tone down the spice if you don't feel like you're more burning. And I think it was delicious. It's an experience that I recommend to everyone at least once in their life. Try Indian food and see what you think about it.
So you like the restaurant?
Yeah, it's really good.
It's nice, right? Yeah. Guys, so everybody now, Alina has to head back to her home because she has some work, and we already finished our food. So now Alina would say something.
Well, first of all, thank you so much for inviting me, Aditi. This was a pleasure. Like the whole experience, super interesting. And if I can give an advice to all of your subscribers, don't be afraid to explore other cultures, other cuisines, whether that's Indian or Ukrainian or Moldovan like mine. It's always a very interesting journey.
So it was nice meeting you. It was nice, like you enjoyed our Indian food here, and hope to see you soon.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so namaste guys, bye, and we'll see you soon. क्या Indian snacks भी रखे हुए हैं यहाँ पे. If somebody wants, they can try it. Indian snacks.
से है। ये मेरा पर्सनली रेस्टोरेंट करीब 15 साल हो गया,
हाँ हाँ
केवल डिफरेंट जगह पर।
हाँ
तो जितने भी इंडियन रेस्टोरेंट सबसे पहले हम ही खोले थे और अभी तक कंटिन्यू चल रहा है 15 साल से। केवल जगह चेंज होते रहा
हाँ
और अभी इसको डेवलप कर रहा है। सारे चैनल पर है मेरा, वो ग्लोबो पर है, रेक्टा पर है, बॉन्ड पर है, मिस्टर बॉन्ड, सब जगह है। तो कोशिश करेंगे कि आप सभी लोग आए यहाँ।
और खाना भी अच्छा था आपका।
खाना भी अच्छा है।
तो गाइज अभी हमारे यहाँ पे सब कुछ हो चुका है, एवरीथिंग इज ओवर नाउ. So if you like the video, please do like, share and subscribe to my channel and do try this restaurant, Indian Tandoori, and I'll write the location in the description or I'll write it here on the screen. So guys, do check it out and thank you. Bye bye. Take care. See you next time.